Now, we all love to eat out or indeed order takeaway at the weekends, but sometimes it tastes even better when we can create those dishes ourselves.
Absolutely. Luckily, Caroline Gray, What's the editor?
The editor.
The editor of Easy Food magazine is here to show us that we can do just that. Now, what are we making, Caroline?
We are making Mongolian beef.
Right.
Yes. So I looked it up. There's absolutely no affiliation with Mongolia.
Well, why is it called Mongolian then?
So it's like a Chinese-American stir fry. It's on all the Chinese takeaway menus at home, and it was my favorite thing to get. When I came over, I couldn't find it, so I just started making it myself, and it's so quick. It's definitely one of these. Keep it in your back pocket. You'll make it all the time.
We don't have an equivalent of it here then on our.
I don't think so. I haven't gone through like a whole menu of takeaway yet, or like eaten my way through it. But that said, I'm sure there's some. You know, it's a mild, very savoury sauce.
So it's not going to burn the mouth off you. It's not
at all. No, it's more sweet than anything.
Okay,
so
lovely.
We're starting off with
preferable for that.
Our
now, what cut of
mystery
meat is
cut. This is flank steak.
See, flank.
Flank steak. So it's.
Why are you looking at me like?
I don't know.
You asked Anna earlier, and she said sirloin.
She said sirloin or strip loin.
You can use sirloin. This flank steak typically wouldn't be available in, say, the supermarkets. But you can get it from your butcher. It's a cut kind of from the abdominal region, and it would be quite tough because it's worked a lot. That said, your butcher will tenderize it for you, but it works really well.
Not a word you hear in many cooking segments. Abdominal. But there we go. Now I'm starving.
Next week it's the glutes.
So you're just dusting out a bit of seasoned flour, is it?
This is corn flour.
Corn flour,
yeah.
okay.
So the corn flour, it's just...
Now, why
it keeps
are you
it
doing
tender.
that?
It keeps it tender. So this is another thing that is, it's sort of like a very quick version of a cooking method used in a lot of Chinese cooking called velveting. So what you do, look at all these new terms.
Every day's a school day.
That's the coating of it, the velveting.
Yes, so
Google that, velveting.
And what you'd want to actually do is leave it sit in the corn flour for like 10 minutes or so.
Okay, and that's a searing hot pan then?
Very, very hot pan. And the corn flour, because again, it can be a tougher cut, but when you slice the meat against the grain, as you should for anything in a stir fry, the corn flour locks in moisture. It makes it crispy on the outside, but doesn't cause the meat to overcook in
and because of the way you've cut that, or the butcher's cut it, that's going to take minutes to cook, isn't it?
Exactly. Like you're literally you're cooking it for just a few seconds on either side, and that's going to get it nice and crispy. But then...
And what is it about this dish that makes it unique? Is it the sauce you're going to serve with it, or are you going to cook it in?
It's kind of it cooks with the sauce. So what makes it come together nicely is the corn flour is a really good thickening agent. You probably use it a lot when you're making gravies and the like. So it's going to sear this meat off really quickly. Flip it over, it's going to be nice and crisp. But then the remnants of it in the pan are going to thicken the sauce.
Gold.
Absolute gold.
Is that why you use quite a lot of oil as well?
Yeah. So the thing is the meat, just because you want to keep it really hot, cook it really, really quickly, the oil makes sure that it's not going to like simmer or steam in the pan. And again, you can kind of pour off any of the excess oil when you're done.
That's literally taking seconds.
Taking seconds. So again, like very...
I can see this going on to the power menu at home now.
You think it'd be an addition?
Yeah.
To my vastly expanding menu of dishes. Well, I have tried 2 of the dishes we've cooked.
That's what I mean, yeah.
All right.
Since I was here 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago? That's not bad.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
Number 3 coming up then.
Exactly.
There we go. So like that, you can see it literally takes seconds. They're just
and the way it's
really
crisp with the caramelization on it will be beautiful in the finished dish.
And that's it. It keeps, the meat's going to stay nice and tender. The corn flour is going to keep it crisp.
Lovely.
And like that, it kind of has a dual purpose later when the sauce ingredients go in.
Okay.
And...
So job done. Job
done there with the meat. Now again, I have extra here, but...
that's enough for me and
another
Aidan.
batch.
Yeah. It's enough for me and Aidan.
It's enough for you guys. Like that, pour off
the excess.
Any excess oil. Just leave a little bit in the pan to cook. Next things going in this is about 6 cloves of garlic.
Woo! 6 cloves of garlic. Nice.
Keep it flavorful, and about like a thumb-sized piece of ginger.
Would you like me to stir while you add? Can I be of a sip?
Yes, you stir while you... So you got that going there, and that's just going to cook until it's just about there. You just kind of want to get the seasoning or the aromas going.
And it's picking up the flavour from that oil, isn't it? The oil's being flavoured with the beef.
So now I'm just going to add, it's just about 100 mils, and over the pan.
About 95 mils.
About 95 mils now of soy sauce, a bit of water.
Nice.
And then I'm just going to crank the heat up.
Silence, please.
Is there any difference in the types of soy sauce, whether it's the low salt one or for this?
Typically for Chinese cooking, often what you'd find in the shops is like light soy sauce and dark soy sauce.
Yes.
You'd pretty much always go for light soy sauce unless something specifically calls for dark. That said, dark soy sauce would often have like a molasses or kind of like a brown sugar type of flavor through it, but we don't need it here because we're adding brown sugar now.
Right. And how much brown sugar is that?
This is 100 grams.
Oh, baby.
So this is what's going to, so you can kind of see what as it's bubbling up here, it's cooking off the water, and the water helps dilute the strong taste of the soy sauce, and then the brown sugar is going to caramelize it all up.
And it's going to thicken it, isn't it?
And it's definitely, so between the brown sugar and the corn flour that's come from the coating from the beef, it's definitely going to thicken it up, which is exactly what we want. So you just see it kind of bubble up there. Just let it get like a nice bubble around the whole thing. We're going to add, just going to throw, actually this is just a handful of chopped spring onions.
Nice.
Let those kind of simmer away in there, maybe a few just.
And you can serve this then with rice, noodles, egg fried rice, whatever your heart desires.
Whatever your heart desires. So you can see it's a one-pan dish. You can kind of scale it up or down. This is actually half the full recipe, so like that, a recipe to serve about like 4 to 6 would be, you know, 200 grams.
Yeah, double it up.
Double everything up. So
and you're going to add the beef back in then?
I'm just going to add the beef right back in.
Happy days, Aidan.
This is, fast becoming my favourite part of the show.
There we go.
Quite simply.
Did you ever think you'd see the day you'd be eating Mongolian beef for breakfast live?
There you go.
10:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And
I
like
dreamed about it. I dreamed about it.
There you go. You knew what was coming.
Beautiful.
So like that again, there's absolutely no affiliation whatsoever with Mongolia. I tried to find some nugget of, you know, some like cultural gastronomic
the origin
connection.
Of the dish.
Exactly.
There's
They're
none.
like, no, it's a Chinese American, but I guess Mongolian beef sounds better than Chinese American beef stir fry.
It does sound a little bit more appetizing.
A little bit more cachet
So
there.
you're just serving with a bit of rice, is it, Caroline?
So we're just going to serve it with a little bit of rice. So
you ready to taste, young man?
I am so ready.
Great stuff. Okay, so take it off the heat. You can kind of see it's just going to mellow down.
And in real time, would you just let that cook away again for a few minutes, just let it thicken slightly?
Yeah, you would just, exactly. If you had...
So a bit longer.
So you'd cook it longer, but you can kind of see the sauce is, you know, you would definitely get it a lot thicker.
Yeah.
But you can see that, like, the caramelization around the beef is giving it a nice colour. It's going to give it a great flavour.
And could you add a couple of traditional, like, could you add bean sprouts or could you add...
You could add bean sprouts.
Chilies, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. If you want to up the heat.
A little kick.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you a fan of spicy food?
No, not particularly, but
no,
I
but
would
like the
think a lot
chili
of
does
people would like
offset.
to.
It offsets the. It kind of offsets the sweetness and the savouriness of the sauce quite nicely.
Right, young man, dive in. And of course, we'll put our the recipe details up on our website, or you can check out Easy Food Magazine for more of Caroline's wonderful recipes. Caroline, thank you. Well,
I'm not even there yet.
I'll keep talking. Yeah, he's in.
I have to.